Hi, I'm Adam.
And I'm Matt. We're with KinSoul Studio, and we're here to show you our second game, Steepseers. So here we have it all spread out. We're about halfway through a round of, the whole game really. Round number 6. And we're just going to show you how a turn works and so how we kind of interact with all these different components of the game.
Absolutely. We've got our tracker mat here. Like you said, we're set on day 6 already. That means that the vision cards are out, and we're going to now, to begin the turn, reveal the first Tier 3 vision. Aww. The rest will roll out in the coming days.
Since this card has a mystery token on it, we're going to have to, or mystery icon, we're going to have to put the mystery token onto it. And that's just a random ingredient that we'll reveal later on when we try to satisfy it. But until then, we have no idea what it is, so it's a little risky.
Great.
So we do that. That's the first thing you do when you start a turn, is you have to do whatever the new day effect is. And the next thing is to resolve your spirit abilities. The spirits rotate around as you play every turn, and you have to just kind of roll for their ability if you want to. Basically, their ability is that they will generate an ingredient and then hold on to it for you. So I have the leaf spirit, which is the green die.
And I have the herb spirit, the yellow die.
So we're just going to roll these because we don't have ingredients, so we have nothing to lose.
Whoa!
We both got leaves of fortune.
All right. It takes 2 leaf of fortunes to satisfy 1 token.
However, they're going
we'll get to that in a moment.
Break. So the spirits will hold on to these ingredients, and we can use them if we want to. And if we don't use them, then they travel at the end of the turn, and the next player can decide what they want to do with it.
Okay. Matt is first player. He's got the first player token. Let's begin with you.
I am. So I'm going to follow the couple actions that we have here on the help card. The help card tells you the 3 different actions that you'll take. Some are optional, and some will kind of breeze by depending on what you're doing, but we'll go through all 3. So the first one is to attune. Attuning is where you take your attunement tokens. You have a max of 3, but you can only use the limited number based on what the tracker says. So right now we're halfway through the game, so 2 are available out of the 3. So you use these and you place them on the different visions that are available in the middle of the table. And what you're doing is you're focusing your efforts on those particular cards. You're saying, I'm going to try to make these visions this turn. So because I have no attunements out right now, I can put the maximum out all in one go. So I have up to 2 that I can use. So I'm going to put 1 here because I think I can make that one, and I think I can make this one too.
The one where I'm conveniently sitting already.
Well, unfortunately, I might be able to make it before him. We'll see what happens if that happens, but, he just wasn't fast enough. I don't know. So I just did my attunement. I've chosen the cards that I want to try to make this turn. So the next thing you do is gather. Gather is where you use the dice to collect some resources, and you put them into your teapot bag.
Right now we got a max of 3, it looks like, so you can grab 3 of those dice.
Yep, I'll pick up to 3. And so looking at the Tier 1 card that I attuned to, I see that I need a green ingredient, a blue ingredient, and a yellow ingredient. So I'm going to grab those 3 dice and see if I can get something that I need to help me with that particular vision. So let's see, I got a green leaf, a mint, and a cherry. I do need a green leaf for that recipe, so that's good. So I'm going to hang on to the green leaf. Now the rule is when you roll the die, you have to hang on to at least one of them and set it to the side. And you just keep going until you've run out of dice. So I'm going to hang on to this one and re-roll the other 2. So I'm going to re-roll these. I got apple and lemongrass.
Oh my gosh.
That's both of what I needed. So, like I said, you have to hang on to at least 1 die each time you roll, but you can do more than 1. So in this case, I'm going to hang on to both of these and just say, I'm done rolling, because these are what I need. So when I'm done rolling, I collect the tokens that match. So I've got a green leaf, an apple, and lemongrass. Just like that. Got those 3. So they're going to go into my teapot bag. Now, when things go into your bag, you have to remember what's in here. You don't really get to look at any time to remind yourself. But we do have ways of sort of counteracting that so that it's not a very big burden on you.
Which, thank goodness, because with memory functions, this thing doesn't function so well with memory all the time.
If we didn't have these, this one couldn't play the game. But fortunately, it's not that bad. And one of the main ways that you'll sort of counteract that memory burden would be to pour. Pouring is the last thing that you do, and it's the way that you try to satisfy the different visions that you have attuned to.
It's optional, so if you are knowing in your head, I don't have these ingredients, don't pour.
You don't have to. Or if you thought, oh, I don't remember what I have, I really need to know what's in here, you could pour your ingredients out. Maybe you match some stuff, maybe you don't. And either way, either way, you'll have to lose half of the ingredients that you poured out. But the good thing is you'll remember what you have, and you'll have less to remember because you've trimmed it down a little bit. So pouring is always a good thing to do.
We all need a refresher.
We all need a refresher. It's true. So I am gonna pour because I rolled those dice, and I know that I have what I need for that first card. So we're gonna try that out. Unfortunately for Adam.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pour out into the cup, and let's see. I need a green leaf, an apple, and a lemongrass.
Oh, what a surprise.
Got it. Shocking.
Now, he just rolled those, so obviously we knew, but sometimes it is a question as to if I have it or not.
So, like right now, my question is, do I have enough to satisfy this second one that I've attuned to? Every time you pour, it goes against all of the things that you've attuned to. So if you have enough ingredients, you could make up to 3 visions at a time. So I might be able to make the second one. Let's look. Let's see. I have a hibiscus.
I see your apple.
I do have an apple, just like that. I don't have a red leaf, and I don't have a mint. And I also don't have any wilds. So unfortunately, I cannot make the second one, but that's okay. I was able to make the first one, so I got at least something. So the ingredients that I used, I'm going to put them back into the piles and discard them.
And then he collects that vision and then kicks me off, unfortunately. So
Yes,
my attunement returns back to my tea house.
So I get my attunement and the vision. He gets his attunement back because he was kicked off, but he gets something else, of course. It's not all bad. He'll get a consolation Leaf of Fortune token, and that's just one more step towards a wild. So he gets a little something.
Yeah, it wasn't all bad.
Not all bad. So I just collected this vision, the Endless Meadow, and it has an effect to it. All of the effects on these cards are either instant effects or end-of-game bonus scoring kind of things. So the Endless Meadow is an instant, and it says that I can pick any ingredient that I want and add it to either my teapot or my pour. Now, this is important because if I was only one ingredient shy of making the Dream Duo card, I could grab that ingredient right now, add it to my pour, and boom, I've just made the second one almost for free. Unfortunately, I was 2 ingredients out, so I'm not going to be able to do that. So what I'm going to do is grab an ingredient to try to make this later. I'm going to grab the red leaf. I know I don't have that. And I'm going to add it to my teapot. That way I know I have it next turn. So that goes in the teapot. And then all I do now is, it's called re-steeping. And that is where you take your remaining unused ingredients and keep half of them. You keep half and discard the other half. So I'm going to look. I have 7 tokens. I can keep half, and we're nice. We let you round up. So you get to keep 4 of them in this case. And looking at this, I know that I'm going to need an apple. I know I'm going to need that hibiscus. I don't have a mint yet, so I'm going to keep this 1 Leaf of Fortune. Maybe I'll be able to get a wild. That would be really nice. And then, I don't know, I'll keep the cherry because I like cherries. So, it's my favorite fruit.
Yes.
So I'll discard all the other ones, and I will put the ones I chose back into my teapot. So now I've got some stuff in my teapot for my next turn, ready to go. So now that I've finished re-steeping, I'll refresh the cards that I've taken, and it'll now be Adam's turn.
And now it moves to me, and I have my attunement token, which was so violently thrown off of that last vision.
Whoops.
When you fulfilled it before I did, but that's okay. So I have here, now another aspect to the game is you can get matching sets. In the lower left of each card is an icon. I have here the diamond icon, and looking on our board of visions here, I notice there's another one right here. Each tier has their own set of it, so you want to get the complete set of 3 to give you an end of game bonus, or set of 2, that helps too, but we want to go for the 3. So, attunement token to the goddess key. All right, so now I did my attunement. I want to gather now, so I'm really excited about this one. So I want to go for blue dice, the blue die, the red die, the yellow die. I'm going to choose those because that'll give me my best chance of getting the goddess key. Bam.
Ooh.
I do have my citrus.
Citrus is good.
And 2 Leaf of Fortunes?
Ooh.
I could take this whole roll, or I could re-roll these couple.
That would get him 2 ingredients for sure, but maybe he has one of the third ones, maybe he doesn't. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure, if I remember, I think...
your spirit does have a Leaf of Fortune, so if you had 1 Leaf of Fortune in your bag...
Oh my gosh, that's a good idea.
You might be able to use the
We'll
spirit
set
to
aside
help you.
just 1 Leaf of Fortune. You help me out
You
sometimes.
know what? I just can't help it. I'm a nice guy. What can I say?
Oh, well, okay. Well, I guess my fate was sealed already. May I have a citrus and 2 leaf of fortunes?
All right.
My gather will go into my teapot bag.
And feel free to take some time to look at them in your hand before you put them in the bag. You know,
Get
just
them
to
into
make
the
sure you
old
remember.
memory bank, however vast it is. Mine is not. In any case. All right, pour time. Here we go. So let's pour it out.
Ooh, you got a lot in there.
Okay, I am feeling good about this. Look at all those leaves of fortune. Anyways,
Oh boy.
let's start with the real ones. I've definitely got the citrus.
Mm-hmm.
I've got the lavender.
Ooh, nice.
And I've got the lemongrass.
Awesome.
All right, Goddess Key is mine, which is wonderful, part of my set. I'm going to be trying to get all 3 of them.
Yep, the tier 3 one will show up at some point, so he'll definitely focus on that one when it shows up.
Used, sir.
Thank you.
Return my attunement token. Now, can I, with all these leaves of fortune, I know I'm in a good place here. Okay, so I need my black tea leaf, and I do have it. I need a citrus. I do have that. Jasmine, I've got it. I don't have another lemongrass, but I definitely do have leaves of fortune.
Plenty
so
of leaves of fortune.
1, 2 satisfies that, and I got my second vision, which is awesome.
So he was able to make 2. A little better than me.
Okay. Very good.
And now they all have effects that he's going to have to look at and resolve at this point.
Okay. My Goddess Key is allowing me to roll my resource die up to the limit, which is 3. So we'll take 3. Why not go with these ones? You choose the 3, roll them, and you can't re-roll or anything. It's just what shows up is what you get. And
So he got a citrus, a hibiscus, and a leaf of fortune.
I'm going to look at them, and I'm going to remember them.
It's important.
I'm not going to remember them. Anyways,
So that was the goddess key.
okay. And then this one is for an end-of-game effect. My second vision I drew is going to give me an extra point for each vision requiring a ginseng ingredient. So we'll just tally that up at the end. And that would conclude my turn.
Well, you got to re-steep still.
Oh, I didn't re-steep. Of course.
We'll go players later, and he'll just have a pile of tokens. And we're like, where'd those come from?
All right, again, we have an odd number. I'm going to go with the larger number. I'll keep 2 of my Leaf of Fortunes. I know there's a mint on the board. Yeah, let's go with
There's some
mint.
mint.
There's like 3 cards that have mint, so I'll take that.
Yeah.
Discard, please.
Mm-hmm.
And these will go back into my teapot.
Yep.
All right. Excellent.
And then we refresh the cards for the next player.
Those going.
Just like that. And that's it. So now the next couple players would go, and eventually it would come back to the first player, me in this case. When it comes back to the first player, that signifies end of round, which means we have to just kind of clean up and get ready for the next round. So that's just a couple small things that need to happen. One is the tracker will advance to the next day. Next is that the spirits are going to move. So the spirits are going to move to the next player with any tokens that they have on them as well. We didn't use these ones, so Adam will get a kind of freebie here with the Leaf of Fortune. He can re-roll that if he wants to on his next turn, but he doesn't have to. And I get the fruit spirit here. And then the last thing is that the first player token will move over to the next player. And then we will start a whole nother round again. So after 10 rounds of play, you'll total up the points that you got from all the visions that you've collected, applying any set bonuses like Adam with his diamonds, or any powers that do end of game, bonuses. Total all that up, and whoever has the most at the end will be the winner and become the Steepseer who saves us all.
Yeah, thanks for watching. We appreciate you checking this out, and we hope you had as much fun watching this as we had making the game.
Now, if you're looking to get this game, you can get to it on Kickstarter while that's live this summer in 2018, or you can check us out on BackerKit to pre-order it, or get a hold of us on our website, or it'll be on Amazon eventually. You'll be able to find it.
As we like to say in this game, steeping is believing.
See you later.